But let's talk now a little bit more about why freedom funnels convert at such a faster speed than traditional funnels. So traditional funnels, and remember, a funnel looks like this, right? It's wider at the top and more narrow at the bottom. Traditional funnels that were traditionally taught in the online coaching space that worked really well for a period of time in our industry because they were very much anchored and rooted in the live launch model that people used for, 2018 to really 2020, 2021, 2022 even. That live launching model, which is really what the funnel was built upon, they worked well for people. But now, even those people that were making millions of dollars from their launches are experiencing a significant drop in their conversion rates from things that used to work really well. How many of you here are using sales systems now that previously worked really well for you and suddenly feel like they're not converting quite as quickly? And maybe it's not a live launch. Maybe it's not a live launch for you. But maybe there was a particular modality that you were using prior to this year that converted people what seemed like really easily. And suddenly in 2025, it feels that much harder to convert your audience. You're not crazy and you're not on your own. There is absolutely a sales contraction happening for many, many people in this space. Rich Queen is growing. The companies that are growing, this is a huge, huge season of opportunity for you. If you're in this workshop, you already have an advantage on everybody else in your niche. The reason being that if you understand the buying psychology and the buying behavior and what actually makes rich buyers buy in 2025, which is not what you were previously taught, you are going to be able to make such subtle shifts to your messaging, even from what you're learning today, and how you sell in order to get in front of more of those $1 million clients and convert them. And you won't experience a contraction. If your system is not working as well as it used to, it's time to change the system. Do not make the age-old mistake of just doing the same thing and thinking there is going to be a different outcome. Every time you notice a trend, it's important to pay attention and to get curious as to why is that not working anymore. And 9 times out of 10, the reason why the sales strategies that worked previously don't work in 2025 is because it's a different market now. The wide net approach that was previously taught by marketers around volume, just get all of the people and build a buyer journey in your funnel around your top of funnel people or beginner people in their journey. They're at point A. And then your middle of funnel people in the middle of their journey are in the middle of your funnel. So now you've got offers in your offer suite designed for people at completely different stages of business or of their journey and whatever you sold for them, in their wellness journey, in their relationships. Tell me in the chat, where in your offer suite are all of your offers right now, are they for the same person regardless? Are they for the same $1 million client? Your low ticket taster offers, your low ticket offers, your free offers, signature offers, your masterminds, your one-on-one, are they made and designed for people at different places in their offer, in their journey? Are your top of funnel offers made for beginner buyers? Because if they are, it's a big part of the reason why you're not experiencing higher levels of conversion. And it's also a big reason that you're actually repelling the $1 million clients that you actually want to work with. Because it's likely that the majority of your marketing efforts, what you're putting out onto social media, what you're emailing out to your list, is designed for the people at your top of funnel. And if they are people that are much earlier on, they have a completely different set of problems than people that are more advanced. And the work that your $1 million clients do with you in your high-level containers, they would never join your earlier spaces. And because you were told in the online space that self-led women and high-level buyers only buy your most expensive thing and pay in full, that's not true. You're actually missing out on like 70% Around 90% of my clients that have worked with me in my highest touch spaces came from a low ticket offer. And they told me the reason they hired me was because of a workshop like this, because of an instant access offer that they purchased. It was a trust building offer. They got a taste of my work and instantly knew I was for them. Social media is not enough anymore to do that heavy lifting. And you can, of course, still convert people that have never purchased from you before straight into a high ticket space. But if you're only marketing to those people and you're not actually giving them the opportunity to taste your work in a small sample size, they're likely not going to convert into your other spaces because you're not demand stacking. So traditional funnels were about cast a wide net, build for a beginner audience, nurture people forever, but really focus on push marketing that pushes them into your offers using hype, bro marketing strategies, fake urgency, all the things. And of course, they performed really well for the live launch model that people used for a long time in this industry. But it ultimately fills your funnel with the wrong people who take 10 times longer to convert. So this is what I mean by the traditional funnel. This is where they teach you the buyer journey. Design your funnel around new beginner buyers at the top, lead magnets. Even the expression lead magnet should raise red flags for you. Do you want to attract leads or do you want to attract qualified buyers? Low ticket offers, make them for beginner people. Make sure they're just the what and not the how. Make sure you keep all the value in your higher ticket spaces. If you have crappy, empty, no depth, top of funnel offers, you will lose trust. You will not gain any trust. You will lose trust. Creating high converting top of funnel offers, there are ideal client magnets and low ticket tasters that convert $1 million buyers into the rest of your spaces, is an art form. Because you have to know exactly how to reverse engineer your top of funnel based on the middle and bottom of your funnel. But when you are doing the traditional sense here, notice how the buyer journey was this. The buyer journey was all around you come in at the top and then you convert into the next. And generally speaking, the next offer in the journey that you're promoting is everything and the kitchen sink. Your offers aren't signature. They're just like everything to everyone. Then maybe you have masterminds or an all-access pass. There's actually nothing valuable about an all-access pass until you know how to position it as valuable. It's only valuable if everything in that all-access pass is actually what your $1 million client wants. Most people position the value of an all-access pass around the all-access pass. That's actually not what's valuable about it. Now, at the bottom of funnel, then you have those high-ticket one-to-one mastermind style offers, but notice how everything is about that wide net at the top, volume-based, just get a bunch of people in and then try and convert 10% of them. Why is that the goal? Generally, what happens is 10% is the goal and people convert 1%. But they're designed for beginner buyers and they use result-driven messaging like how to make more money in your business, how to lose 20 pounds in 90 days, how to attract your soulmate. And that actually attracts broke buyers. We're going to come on to that. Now, feminine freedom funnels, they are built upon the $1 million buyer model. So we don't care about volume. I don't care about leads. In fact, my team will tell you, I am a savage when it comes to deleting people off my email list. Like if you come into my world and you do not engage with my emails, you don't open my emails, you don't buy from me within 90 days, I will send you a sequence to re-engage you. And if you don't re-engage, we delete you. I don't want people on my email list that don't want to hear from me. I don't want people on my email list that don't want to buy from me. I'm a business. You are a business. You don't need more people, you need better people. So this is where we focus that top of funnel on ideal client magnets. Your free thing is not a lead magnet, it's an ideal client magnet. So you're only going to design it for your ideal dreamy $1 million client. Then low ticket taster offers, not just a low ticket offer, a low ticket taste of your signature low and mid, your signature offers of your other spaces. If I showed up in this workshop and did something completely different to how I teach inside my other spaces, if I told you things about funnels that had nothing to do with what I actually taught about them, if I created a low ticket offer that didn't at all give you a little taste of what it's like to work with me and experience my work, how does it actually help to convert you or build trust around bringing you into that offer? Now, this is a really good time to tell you that one of the best ways of creating a low ticket taster offer and considering the delivery of that is to consider the delivery of the offer that you desire to bring your $1 million client into thereafter. Now, notice on the left all those crazy ADHD arrows. They're there for a reason, and the reason is to show you that unlike that traditional funnel where it's that ascension model, bing, 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 go here, then you buy this, then you buy this, then you buy this, the freedom funnel is an ecosystem. You can come in, when you design every offer in your offer suite for $1 million clients only, they can come in at any point of your funnel and buy from you and then buy everything at every other point. This is actually a spider's web, an ecosystem, not just a come in here, then buy this, then buy this, then buy this. Now, right now, whatever you have in the middle and the bottom of your funnel isn't really relevant. But what we want to have is different trust building offers at different trust building price points that also reflect your desire for scalability. There is no perfect price point in a funnel. There is no perfect go from this to this. It actually is very, very specific to your $1 million buyer's logic. So freedom funnels are based on low volume, $1 million client only. The best part of that is it means you need less and you will create more. Hi, nice to meet you. Any point of entry. And the focus for me is the freedom piece. And remember those different phases of freedom and your blueprint for freedom, your season of freedom, your appetite of what that looks like is going to look different to mine. But the focus is around, can we ensure that we are actually scaling scalable spaces in your offer flow? And not just the things that require more of you, because at some point you tap out and then you stop having the time to actually continue to grow your business. So this is the principle of a feminine freedom funnel. So freedom funnels are not a step-by-step, step 1, step 2, step 3 in the traditional funnel sense, the ABC buying journey. They are a conversion ecosystem built for every premium buyer type. Now, the reason why I say every premium buyer type is it's likely right now that you're selling to just one of the premium buyer types. Different premium buyers move in different ways. They buy with different things. Some people are more analytical. How many of you here loathe sales pages and you're like, I hate when I have to buy from a sales page. Just take me to the checkout. How many of you here actually love a sales page because you're like, I actually really like to see everything laid out, especially for particular offers, like bigger investment things. Some of you are going to be more analytical. Some of you are going to be more, I trust my instinct and I just buy from my gut. There's nothing better or worse about those different buyer types. But if you're only designing your funnels for people that hate sales pages, you're losing out on the trust building opportunity. Because guess what? Even though I am not a big fan of buying from sales pages, it doesn't repel me from buying. I know how to click the button and go to the checkout. So when people tell you that you don't need a sales page, you don't. Of course, you can create conversion without them, but how can you possibly quantify how much conversion you're missing if you don't have them? Because for every buyer that buys without them, there is a buyer that buys through a sales page. So this is where we're really looking at this as an ecosystem of assets that built for that $1 million buyer and the specific ways that she buys or they buy. So the real problem with traditional funnels is not the funnel itself. It's actually not the principle of the funnel. It's who it's built for, because who it's built for then determines the strategy of the sales strategy that we implement. So is it any wonder that traditional bro funnels use such push strategy when you think about how focused they are on people at the beginning of their journey? Like selling you on the concept, convincing you on the concept of whatever it may be. It's very much around convincing and pushing you into the funnel and into the conversion using hype and FOMO-driven sales strategies. Whereas if you actually speak to a $1 million buyer who is deeper in her buying journey or in their buying journey, they will require no convincing because they're already convinced in what's possible for them. Now, the feminine freedom funnel model is about that entry point being for $1 million clients only. So we don't do broke buyers. I'm not interested in convincing you to buy from me. If you're not convinced, don't buy. $1 million clients are the people. Don't let the $1 million client piece trip you up. It's designed to do that. It's designed to disrupt you and the way you're thinking about your ideal client. Because when you just say ideal client, where do you feel that in your body? Does that feel activating to you? Or is it the most overused phrase on the internet, like personal power? $1 million clients are not anything to do with how much money they have in the bank or how much they're willing to spend. They're not anything to do with how much money that person is earning. My $1 million client, I could care less, and you will look at my content. When do you find me speaking to your income level? When do you hear me say, you're at 30K months? You're at 50K months? I never use those words. The $1 million client messaging has nothing to do with exactly the income level someone's at, how much money they have, and everything to do with, are they already in a place that they are good and they're looking for great, that they're at illogical and looking for delusional? It might not be in the area that you support with, but $1 million clients aren't in victim mode, complaining about how hard it is and how easy it is for everybody else, or how they've hired all these people and nothing has worked. They are absolutely the type of clients who come in and are like, you know what? I've done these things and it didn't work out for me. And I realized that thing I invested in was probably not for me at that right point. I probably wasn't ready for that, but this is what I want. I realized that I've been building the wrong system. They are people that have all of the characteristics of doing the work, but they also likely, I would challenge you to think about whoever you are currently speaking to. Is that the only person at that part of their journey that you could actually help? Because 9 times out of 10, you are waiting for when in order to serve people that are more advanced. When your work would actually blow the socks off somebody that is way further ahead in their journey. Many of you are making your current income level, follow account, house that you live in, whatever, you're making it mean that you can only serve people who are here. When that actually has nothing to do with the work that you do. Like, why do those two things correlate? Now, of course, you have to have embodied your work. So you can't be out here selling people stuff that you've not done and you don't know how, and you've not done even for yourself, but most importantly, that you've not done to help even other people do. It actually is far more impressive to see the work that we do for other people than just ourselves. Me making a shit ton of money, let's keep it real. It tells you I'm really good at marketing for me. What actually makes me exceptional, what actually makes me impressive, is the vast number of women who have experienced life-altering results from my work, whose businesses and lives I have changed. That's what's exceptional about me. Me being good at marketing for me is great. And of course, that's embodiment. Of course, my results matter. But my clients who are achieving $1 million months, 500K months, 100K consistent months without being their sales system, that's what you should actually care about. And no, not just business coaches. You being exceptional at what you do and help other people with has nothing to do with anything about your follow count or the metrics, and everything to do about your fucking certainty that you can get somebody that result. And even if you're not certain that you can guarantee it, none of us can. I am certain in one thing, and I'm also certain that you are certain in this. Are you certain that you will do everything on your side of the street to ensure that you show up for your people and that you pay attention and you notice where they're stuck and you create a training or a resource? That you are going to do everything on your side of the street because you cannot do the work for people. But you can design your offers to get people the most insane results when you are committed. But they have to be committed too. And in evergreen offers, in instant access stuff where I am never going to be there to give you the direct feedback, Leanne AI was born from that. If I can't tweak someone's messaging for them, how do I ensure that there is a tool available that is as close to me as possible that can help them with that? Do I believe I can do everything on my side of the street to support people to get the best result? Yes. Then you bet your ass I am going to show up with more audacity than a middle-aged white man. And you should too. Because when we are showing up in the online space as women, we're often really apologetic about taking up space. We're not showing up with the audacity and the conviction that magnetizes $1 million clients. And if you don't believe in you, how do you expect me to buy from you? Conviction is part of your authority. And when you learn how to infuse your funnel with that authority and conviction-based messaging that is about your $1 million client and the work that your work helps them solve, problems that it solves and the experiences it helps them to create, it's effortless to attract the right people.